had 3 encounters with Mr. Matlala. The first one was the 6th, and then the second one was the 6th of December. The second one was the 14th of May, and then this, at a small scale, an operation in prison was on the 6th of July.
Thank you. So let's go back to the Hawks. My question was, first of all, were you getting briefed, getting progress updates of the operation on the day?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Commissioners. As an overall, we use that term in our operations. For each and every operation, there will be an overall commander who will continuously get the situation reports and advise the operational commanders on the ground. I was receiving continuous situation reports throughout the operations, even the flyover of the helicopter. I was even receiving the video footages as it's happening. So as then I'm able to activate the analysis department to continue with the profiling, identification of the aircraft, and as you get the information, because you are the overall commander, you support the team on the ground with your support staff that is behind you. So in this operation, I was continuously briefed.
So we've, as the Commission's already heard evidence that there was a person who called the Hawks, who called the head of the Hawks at the time. Do you know the person who made this call?
On the day of the takedown, we could not be able to identify, to identify the caller. But as the investigation was progressing, we managed then to narrow the scope towards the final identification of the caller, or as to the activation of the Hawks, either to be part of the operation against the lawful operation that we were conducting. Maybe to get to the...
And who was that person?
The person, so far, all our information is pointing towards a Mr. Mtetwa, who, according to our investigation, is the one who activated the call. According to the reports that we received from the day of the operation, and also our follow-up investigations that we did, is that Mr. Boy Mtetwa is the one who activated the involvement of the Hawks. Why we say so, it's because he was not within the premises. So when then he arrived, based on our methodology of operation, I think during my initial testimony, we played a short video of our very minor operation, which is compliance inspections in Kat Matlala's offices. And we saw how we approach each and every operation. It's the combat that will clear the target for the experts to come and do their work.
Who will neutralize? That's the verb that you use.
I was trying to avoid it, Chair. Who will neutralize the target so as it makes the environment conducive for the experts to do their work.
What we are looking at is footage from the CCTV camera at Mr. Molefe's house.
Yes, Commissioners.
And the date stamp is 27 November 2024.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. And who is the person that we can see in the video that's exiting the white BMW?
The person that we see exiting the white BMW is a Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay, so that's...
He just arrived in the premises of Katiso Molefe on the 27th of November. So the vehicle that is projected there on the video, I think we are still going to see it much closer. It is the vehicle, it is an SAPS vehicle that is allocated to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sibiya. So that is the first link that one will explain with that. And there is a lot of, or maybe one has to, because when we get to that slide, we might have lots of questions. It is the policy of the South African Police Service to have all vehicles fitted with an internal tracking system, which is referred to as AVL, so as then we are able, especially during complaints, investigations, and our type of investigations, we are able then to have our work easily cut out. But this...
Can I, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you because we're going to come there.
Yes.
So let's, again, let's just take it slowly. So 27 November 2024, and the timestamp is 1631. Is that right?
That is correct, Commissioners.
Okay. And so we see Sergeant Nkosi arriving, and there's anything else that we need to see from this video?
From this video, we can confirm that those premises are for Mr. Katiso Molefe. We have been frequent visitors there. We had arrested him twice, and he's getting bail now and again. We might then go back there anytime soon. So we confirm that these are his premises. We confirm the car and the individual driving the car.
Okay. So can we play the second clip?
Mr. Sergeant Nkosi did not spend much time there. It was less than 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, the timestamp says 1640, and the previous video was 1631, so it's about 9 minutes.
Yeah. And then we noticed that when he was arriving, he did not have any bag with. So now this second video is showing, okay, maybe standing there, it's him and Mr. Katiso Molefe, who is then accompanying his visitor back to his car. And then we notice that the sergeant is now carrying a white paper bag. Unfortunately for us, it's not transparent, so as we can see what type of chocolate is in there. But he is having a bag that does not look like it's heavy, but it has got some contents. Then we will use lots of analytical minds to check what is it that you can carry in such a carrier bag with value, but it's not that heavy. As then the picture is like he just came in to collect something that was already packed and waiting for pickup.
Okay. But you don't know what's in the bag, correct?
That's correct, commissioners. We're still trying to get the systems that will make us be able to see behind bags, the scanners through the system. But using our own analytical minds, we can see that he's carrying something that is not that heavy, but it's of value.
Okay.
And we can then look at chocolate, sweets, or whatever that you can put in that type of a bag, and you hold it dearly so on your right hand. Thank you, Commissioner.
So this is a screenshot. Well, what is this? It's a screenshot of the car. We can see that.
It's a
Can you tell us?
Thank you, Commissioners. It's a screenshot of the same car that we wanted to confirm the registration numbers, which corresponds with what we call in the police SAPS number. Each and every police car has got two numbers. There is an SAPS number as well as the registration number. As it's reflected there, it's FV38 and HGP.
And is this photograph a still screenshot from the video that we just watched?
From the video footage, we wanted to confirm and project it, because in the video footage, as the video is moving, it's not easy. But then we used different angles of a video. Then we opted for this that can clearly show the registration plate.
The registration number. Okay. So that's the same car that was in the driveway of Mr. Molefi's house. Okay. So can you identify who, first of all, can you confirm that this is Mr. Sibiya's house?
Yes, Commissioners, we can confirm that it is Lieutenant General Sibiya's gate to the house, to the premises.
Okay. And there are three individuals in the video. Can you describe, do you know who they are, and can you tell the Commission, starting with the figure in the black pants?
The figure in black pants on the right, it is the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Sibiya, and then the figure following him on a black shirt poses like a close protector that we have not fully identified, the same as the other gentleman then that is remaining behind.
So the third gentleman is in a striped shirt. You've not been able to identify.
We are still in the process of fully identifying.
Okay. So can we just play the video through again? Okay. All right, so can you describe what happens now?
Yeah, the figure with a black t-shirt is seen posing or acting like a protector by opening the door for the principal to get into the driver's seat. And after that, then the figure will move towards the back to the third vehicle on that convoy of three vehicles that are at the gate.
So, Mr. Sibiya gets into this,
driver's seat
of this,
the
what you call this, this Toyota,
a Toyota
Bakkie.
Bakkie double cab.
and then the person who you think is a protector proceeds to the third vehicle in the line of,
To the third vehicle in the line that we
okay,
see.
okay. And you've been able to, well, maybe let's go to the next item and then we can conclude what we make of this. And so that's, would be CJC 27.
Thank you. It's a still photo.
Scroll down.
Uh,
Yeah.
Can I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioners. It's a still photo from the video footage that we have just seen that is giving us a clear registration numbers of the vehicle and the same three gentlemen then moving as per the previous video with the heading heavily armed police raid home of suspended Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya.
Okay, we're going to come back to this vehicle. Can you just read out what the license plate number is for this Toyota Hilux?
The license number, as clearly seen on the still photo, it's LY36PGGP.
Okay, thanks. And the next item then is CJC 28. This is also a still photo. Is this a photograph of the two vehicles that were following the Hilux?
That is correct from the other angle of the video footage. The purpose was to identify the white BMW that looked like the one that we have seen before. And indeed, it was confirmed with the registration plate that on that convoy, the third car, as the convoy was leaving the gate, was indeed the same BMW that is allocated to the office of the division of the Deputy National Commission.
And were you able to establish who's driving the vehicle?
At the time of the video footage and the still photos, we had not identified the driver. So the footage and the still photos are for the date of the 30th of the 9th month, 2025. It was on the William Nicol Drive, and then it specifies the time that the vehicles were moving past that camera, and it shows us the same motor vehicles then following each other as identified on the day of the search and seizure operation in the office of the DNC.
This was on the 30th of September. Sorry. This is 30th September 2025. So it's not on the day of the search and seizure operation. Is that right?
That is correct, Commissioner.
General, can you please give us more information on the camera that you mentioned?
On the camera.
The camera that we are using, it's a license plate recognition that is used by most of the security companies and other stakeholders then that are assigned or responsible for the monitoring of some specific routes. Then they are our stakeholders, because if there is information that we will want to access, then we can be able to.
So these cameras are placed along certain routes?
Along certain routes, depending as to which security company is assigned to monitor a specific route.
Thank you.
Those are private companies?
Yes.
And you requested the footage. How did you get this particular footage? Do you request footage for a particular license plate number or a particular day? How do you get it?
As part of information collection, we will then request, sometimes based on a particular date, because there is something that we want to confirm. Sometimes it will be a random request so as we can see the movement of a vehicle that is the subject of investigation.
So in this case, it was a request for the specific license
date,
plate.
for a specific reason, which might form part of what I requested, that there are some parts of this that are still ongoing in terms of investigation.
Okay. So so here we have, you said it was on William Nicol Drive, it's the 30th of September. It's at 19 minutes past 12 in the day. And the two vehicles you were able to confirm are which vehicles?
Yes, we were able to confirm that it's the two vehicles of interest with the same registration plates of a double cab Toyota Baki with registration number LY36PGGP in front, followed by the BMW with registration number, the police BMW with registration number FV38NHGP.
Okay. And if we turn over the page in the same exhibit, CJC 30, so that would be page 10, we have another photograph of those cars. And can you just tell us when that was taken and at what time?
Thank you,
and
Commissioners.
And where?
Thank you, Commissioners. That was around Sentin, then along Freedman Drive and West.
I think you're looking at the wrong.
Oh, okay.
Page 10.
Sorry. Sorry, Commissioners. That is at Glenhoof Road, and then the time, the date was the 7th of October, time 12:22.
And it's the same two cars.
Yes.
Okay, page 11.
Page 11, the same two cars on a different date that is not clear or visible on the still photo, and we do not have also them on our notes, but it's at Sentin, Freedman Drive. The same two vehicles were captured there.
Okay, and then if you turn over page 12.
Page 12, the LPR is showing us the same vehicle of interest without then the BMW following it on this picture, and the dates and times are also not captured on the photo, but the registration number is still the same car.
Okay. And then just for completeness, let's go to 13.
On the 13, we pick up through the LPRs, the SAPS BMW with the same registration plate, the number of the camera, the time and the date was the 9th of October at 21:05, which is the night or the same day as the day of the search and seizure operation.
Okay, so it's dark because it's taken at night?
At night, yes.
So it's 9 October 21:05, and that's the BMW.
Yes.
And then the next page, 14.
Next page, 14, it's now the Bakkie, same camera, same date, more or less the same time, with the difference of a second following. The interpretation is the following each other.
So on page 14, you have the Bakkie, and it passes the camera at 21:05, 0 seconds.
Yes.
And then on 13, the BMW passes the camera at 21:05 and 1 second. So it was 1 second after the Bakkie.
Yes, hence our analysis then says same day, same camera, possibility is the vehicles were following each other.
Okay, so with that, those series of pictures, let's go back to the exhibit we were looking at earlier, which is CJC 29. And can you explain what this exhibit is showing first before we look at the detail?
Yes. The exhibit marked as CJC 29, it's the data that will request, that will give us information that we'll need to analyze, consolidating all the cameras that a vehicle of interest happened to pass. And then if they are two, like in this case, we will use such information then to build up the pattern of the vehicles following each other on the days on the same days and times, as well as the camera numbers and the routes that the vehicles are traveling on. On the picture is the day the Deputy National Commissioner was appearing in the ad hoc committee with the same gentleman, owner of the car, acting like his close protector in the highest offices of government for 2 days. We then captured that so as then we can finalize our link and relationship. Thank you.
Okay. So is the purpose of this photograph to show that he is in the presence of General Sibiya and in Parliament?
That's correct, Commissioners.
I would not have been able to recognize him in the picture in Parliament because he's clean-shaven here and is heavily bearded in the other picture where you show the ownership of the Toyota Hilux double cab Bakkie. How did you establish the identity?
That is correct, Commissioner. When we do the images, we want to do them in line with the photo that is on the system. But then the personal information is the one that will confirm our pieces of information, but we would not want to use the photo image from the other system when we are talking on the other system.
Complicated for me, but I'll let it ride, as they say.
But
General-
you go ahead, Commissioner.
The question is, how do you know that the person you see in CJC 32 is the owner of the Toyota double cab that we identified earlier?
Yeah.
Just by looking at this photo, how are you able to tell that that is the person?
Without maybe then divulging the parts of information that is still under investigation. But what we're projecting, it's what has been confirmed through different means of how we confirm images as well as information behind the image. I'll use maybe the first layer that moving to areas like the Parliament, like moving into this area, I must be accredited, and then my correct particulars must be captured somewhere. Now, if they will be confirmed, if they will be checked against the particulars that are in the registration of the car, I'm not saying that's what we did. I'm saying it's for an example.
When you say this gentleman that we see in CJC 32 is a personal protector of General Sibiya, how do you know that? Aren't personal protectors of commissioners employed by SAPS? Is this gentleman employed by SAPS, or is he a private individual?
Okay. No, that is very correct, Commissioner. The personal protectors of sub-senior officers are employed by SAPS, but in this case, then for different reasons, then it's not the case.
This gentleman is not employed by SAPS.
Is not employed by SAPS.
He's employed by General Sibiya. Or you don't know?
I'm not sure of the usage of employed, Commissioner, but the activities from the allocation of a vehicle and some close protection movements will talk to a gentleman not employed by SAPS, but performing those duties.
Thank you.
In passing, in response to Commissioner Khumalo, you say that the personal protectors of senior officers within SAPS is provided by SAPS. Did I understand you correctly?
That is correct,
Now,
Commissioner.
let me ask you a specific and direct question. Does General Sibiya have SAPS personal protectors?
The information that talks to the protection of senior officers, it's normally coupled with a threat and risk assessment. That is a classified document. It's something that will be between the senior officer and the National Commissioner who's approving. So unfortunately, commissioners, I can only be able to give a hint on one that talks to myself because it's normally for protection purposes centered around the two people, the senior officer and the National Commission.